And I think it went well, but I did get really nervous up there.
The next guest that we have for you is, you may have known him from the Jonathan Weir Show, Mr. Rod Babcock. Chicken or vegetables?
Those guys.
Great!
Okay. When I was 17 years old, I knew a guy whose name was Condo John. Condo John was a great guy. He was pretty much your typical 21-year-old dude in a band who smoked a lot of pot and liked to party. Condo John was the owner of a very nice, very expensive 4-bedroom townhouse. The townhouse was known as the condo. I don't know why, but that's why we called him Condo John. It was the 80s, shit didn't make sense. So, the condo became the after-party headquarters for everyone to go to. After you went out, you went to see a band, and you went to party and go to clubs. Afterwards, you went to the condo. Every party at the condo was late at night, and crazy shit happened there. So, it's 1988, I'm 17 years old, it's winter, it's Saturday night, I don't have anything to do, can't get into bars. So I end up at the condo very early in the evening, and I'm hanging out with a small group of people. We're waiting for the party to get started. Slowly people start to show up. One of the first people to show up was a girl named Charlotte. Charlotte came into the living room, she sat down on the couch, and she placed her key ring on the coffee table in front of her. Her key ring was a little metal ring about this big, had 4 or 5 keys on it, and like 9 fucking keychains. There was like a rabbit's foot, and a little troll doll, and a bunch of cutesy girly crap. There was this little pink container that held a one-time use container of mace. And it was, stay with me. We know it was a one-time use container of mace because its one time had come and gone. It had been used and it was empty, and when you pushed the little button, it just went, and that was it. Nothing came out, no smell, no odor, nothing. So the small handful of people there, we become fascinated with this empty container of mace. We're all playing with it, we're passing it around, we're poking it at each other, you know, like you do. In all fairness, we were hiring giraffe ass, and all the tinfoil would have been fucking fascinating to us. So anyways, as the night goes on, more and more people show up, and the place is quite full. I'm pretty sure Charlotte left at some point. So anyways, much later that night, a guy named Scott Dick shows up. Scott Dick was not a nice guy. Scott Dick was a muscle-bound, tough guy who liked to start shit and get in fights. Nobody really liked Scott Dick. But his last name wasn't Dick. We don't know what it was. We just called him Scott Dick because he was a dick. So anyways, Scott Dick shows up, and he's got this new girlfriend with him. This cute little blonde girl with bright red lips and great big tits. And they walk into the party, they sit down on the couch, and the girlfriend lays her key ring on the coffee table in front of her. And it's this little metal ring about this big. And it's got 4 or 5 keys on it and like 9 fucking keychains. There's like a little rabbit's foot and like a little troll doll and a bunch of cutesy girly shit. And there's this little pink pouch about this big with a one-time use container of mace. However, it has not been used. It is full. Don't get ahead of me. So, our buddy Condo John comes staggering out of the kitchen with a belly full of beer. He sees his friend Scott Dick sitting on the couch with his new girlfriend. He decides the friendly thing to do would be to go over and say hello. So he walks over, and as he gets to them, he sees on the coffee table what he knows for sure in his drug-riddled mind, beyond the shadow of a doubt, is of course Charlotte's keychain. And he thinks to himself, oh, this will be hilarious. So he scoops up the keychain, points it right directly at the girlfriend, and from mere fucking inches from her eyes, he empties the one-time use container of mace right into her face. Now, pause. This next bit of the story all happens at the same time, like in about 2 seconds. First thing is, Condo John freaks out and throws the keys on the ground.
Oh gosh.
The girlfriend begins to scream louder than I've ever heard anyone scream in my life. And once that bitch starts, she don't stop. It's just, Just like on and on and on. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a room in an enclosed space where mace has been sprayed, but instantly the poisonous, noxious fumes from that shit became the air in the room. Every single person at the party started to gag and cough. A few people threw up. They were pretty drunk. They were everybody starts to panic. Scott Dick, who has not been at this party more than 5 minutes at this point.
5 minutes?
I might have mentioned before, you're not a nice guy. He explodes in just furious rage, jumps out of his seat, over the girlfriend, over the coffee table, lands on Condo John. Scott Dick goes to pounding on Condo John like a fat kid trying to break a piñata. Everyone in the place fucking panics. Everybody starts running in every direction, freaking out, trying to get out the door. We drag Scott Dick off of Condo John. We take the girlfriend outside. There's a lot of what do we do, what do we do? Somebody turns the water spigot on. They lay her on the ground under the spigot while the water tries to wash her face. Eventually we find the keys. We put them in their car and we send them on their way about the time the cops showed up. That's pretty much what happened. What's your name? Sean. Sean, and what's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle, awesome to meet you. I thought it would be really fun, and it was fun, but once I got up there, I was really nervous.
Why is that?
Just because I'm used to being in a studio and talking on a microphone and not talking in front of people that are looking at me. Yeah. And so, yeah, that scared the shit out of me. But it was a lot of fun.